What is up, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel, guys. We are here for a reaction video. This one is for the Quantum Error gameplay trailer. So I know very little about this game. I've been sent a few little snippets. A few people have reached out and said, Mr.Notion, this is your bag. So I'm having a little look at this trailer with you lovely people today. Without further ado, let's have a look at what we're getting into. Big boy. Hmm. 11th of March. Or is that November? That's got to be November now. So that's the 31st of October, although it says 3rd of November. What? So apparently we've got early access on Halloween for this game. And there's a reason for that. This looks to be a horror type shooter. So it's put together by Team Kill Media. It looks quite interesting. There's elements of it that remind me very much of games like Dead Space. Returnal's in there as well, especially the bits with the bosses where he was jumping over the waves. Very Returnal-like with the bosses. There's arcadey elements. I like that you can switch between first person and third person, so it can kind of fit your gameplay style. But the third-person gameplay looks a little bit clunky. When we saw that moment where he's sort of sneaking up behind that guy and then he chopped him with the axe, it looked a little bit cut and paste with the animations, so I don't think it's as strong. I don't know if this is a AAA game. I think it's kind of like a mid-tier game. I don't think it's pitched as a AAA. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but this one looks to be potentially an indie title that is worth looking at. There's stuff in there that's pulling me in. Love the horror elements, as I said, very sort of heavy influences from games like Dead Space, space horror in general, and you've got some good gunplay in there by the looks of it, different weapons. There's a weird sort of pincer gun that I saw that had like a clamp on the end. You fired it and it sort of like went through some guy's gut. The monster elements definitely influenced by games like Resident Evil and again Dead Space. Even I would say Starship Troopers, some of the enemies that we saw in that one looked very similar to stuff that we've seen already in horror movies and sci-fi in general. So it looks okay. I think I want to see a little bit more on this. It was a very quick gameplay trailer. I'd like to see a little bit more on this before I commit to buying it. If anyone wants to send me a copy, I'll be more than happy to review it, but it's one of those I'm a little bit on the fence of as it stands. There's some intense games coming out over the next few weeks, leading up to Christmas as well. We've got Spider-Man 2 on the horizon a few weeks away. Lords of the Fallen is coming out this coming Friday, which I'm super pumped about. Assassin's Creed Mirage has just come out, which I've got a copy of. I'm planning to do a playthrough of that as well. I'm still enjoying Baldur's Gate 3. Starfield's still up there for me. There's just loads and loads and loads of games. Alan Wake as well, 2 is coming out around Halloween, and I'm going to be playing that. So there's just an absolute catalogue of games to get through. But this one is, I'm going to be honest, not on the top of my agenda list. It's on my horizon. I think I'm going to keep an eye on some of the information that comes through for the game, but not sort of mind blown by it, especially knowing what's coming up in the next few weeks and months. But let me know in the comments, guys, what you think of it. I've got high hopes for it. I hope it does well, especially if it's an indie game. It looks promising, but it looks very much like the Callisto Protocol did, and if it goes down the route of the Callisto Protocol, we're in trouble. It might start off strong, hopefully the story holds out, but I can see this one being sort of a 5 or 6 hour game maybe, at a push. I might be wrong. I hope it comes out. I hope it's got a good length and breadth to it. I hope there's some depth in the customization. I hope there's variation in the bosses, and they're not just bullet sponges like The Division 2 and things like that. Games of that nature, Back 4 Blood. I hope it does something slightly different with the genre and makes it unique and original, but keeping the great elements that we love and know, both from movies and games. But we'll see. Stay posted, guys. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you again in the next one. Take care. Peace.